And welcome back. Map number 2 here between SAW and One Win. After One Win took the win on Nuke, let's see if they can make it 2 here on their map pick.
For sure, and what I can remember is SAW on their T side had like 7 rounds or something. Like it was a really good comeback for One Win. Half ended 9-6. Really good resurgence. Now riding high off that momentum. One Win looking to formulate a success story here. Flashbangs over the top. They're going straight out B.
Few players here, double up in towards short. Jerks in the open, dodges the flash, swings on around, looking for this fight onto Deco, but Deco's the one that hits the mark first. Still have these dual Berettas tucked in towards short. Flashbang over for Roman, and that's a smoke landing in the middle of sight. How does he find that shot there? Pure timing, but Rostos falls. Roman gets another. Doing a lot of work here, but he was the only one that found the frags for the CT side. Storied out, coming on through, looking over the top, and it's an awkward fight. Can't quite nail it. MUTiRiS has to come up good with it all. Dual Berettas, so at least he's got all the guns he needs, but it's Deco in the back of the skull to get it done.
Yeah, insane round from Deco. 4 kills within it, and that's an interesting approach on the B-bomb site. They're actually stacked a lot of them over towards Monster. One Win, they always want to go that way, but they actually leave with Deco just on his own to make SAW think that it's just a little bit of a fake play. But despite that, they still remain vigilant. They all stay on the bomb site, and then One Win just completely collapse upon them. Deco right at the front of the spear, sinking it deep into SAW's heart, sending them back down. Pistol already secured. Flashbang, good. Means that Roman can't find anything. In fact, he just gets stuck on his teammate. Lucky to be alive.
The amount of Mach 10 bullets he took to his toes then. His legs are shredded. I don't mean muscular. Story. He's come on in. Travis. Oh, he had an opportunity there, but Story ends him with a quick bullet to the dome. Which does eventually finish the job he started earlier. Forrester was patient to find one. Boomich is just having a bit of a rampage by himself over towards A. Has split the remaining defenders.
Yeah, he's enjoying it. The fact that he's just taking his Mach 10 all the way up towards the top of long. It's pretty hilarious. Look at those X's on the minimap. That's where he found the kills with the SMG. Forrester now searching with Nickelback and Deco. And well, Jerks tried to get a kill, but Deco just cleans them up.
He his body fell in the gap, into all the rubbish that's piled up there. Look quite funny. Lost a few guns into those cracks before. Now there's bodies joining them. Good place to hide one. Not speaking from personal experience, of course. If I was, that would be the spot.
Eco just out for SAW here. Running down long as a unit. Boomich yet again here with the Mach 10 posted, looking to farm some cash. Silent drop. Surely clears his left-hand side. Oh, I was going to say it's a freebie, but it's not. Instead, it's a Rostos instantaneous trade from Travis on the other SMG. And meanwhile, One Win are just all over the B-bomb site anyway, so it doesn't matter. Bomb planted, round already locked in.
Yeah, nothing is free except for B. May as well throw some bodies at the mix. You don't really want to keep a Mach 10, I feel. Maybe they do. I don't know. I never like it when teams do this, where they just, don't try and throw their bodies at it. Maybe they still will. Just taking their time to get there in case they can find an exit, but... Okay, no, they are going to make their way down. See if they can do any damage at the tail end here. Looks unlikely. No, they are just going to... See, look, what was the point?
So...
Throw your body at it.
Here's the argument against it.
Right, it's the money thing, right?
It's the money thing, because they only saw SMGs. They saw Travis's and they saw Boomich's. So they were like, we don't want to get farmed up here. We don't want to give $600 per player, potentially, if we throw our bodies on the line. So instead, they say if they're going to drop the Mach 10 on the floor anyway, it doesn't matter to SAW. They're just playing in-game economics.
Get one kill and it does pay for itself, but I understand the philosophy of it. Oh, damage done early. Oh, Roman, nice kill.
Fast boost now being deployed. Jerk's got to be really careful. No, instead it's a nade stack. Further damage not being inflicted towards the Rostos. Now that boost will come off over. Spam taking shape.
Ooh.
Jerk's holding for it. Good kill onto Forrester. 3 players remaining for 1 win. This is looking pretty decent for SAW.
Domed. Difficult spot to recover from now. 4-1 win. Back and throw some utility to feign the B presence, but with 3 players so heavily committed, it's going to be pretty clear to them that there's nothing coming through. They can afford to keep 2 players over towards A. Although as I say that, MUTiRiS has made his way over. So there is a little window here. Roman spotting one on the jump peak is going to cause that rotation to come on back, but he still needs to stand strong. Flames come on through. That flashbang is great. Travis gets the kill. No smokes. This is going to be an issue, though. Oh, but maybe not. The headshot does the job. And they've found a way in to get that bomb planted.
It's ridiculous. The fact that 1 win can keep pulling back these mid rounds against SAW. Serious analysis needs to be looked at this. Because it's so dangerous. Spam coming in for Jerks. But in actual fact, everyone from SAW is rotating in this position. Double up in towards Bank. Well, there was one in the trash, but gets immediately decapitated. Story answers the call. Knows that Travis is still here, found by a Rostos. And now it's just Nickelback. 1 versus 2. It's still possible here. Story sticking the bomb. Nickelback needs to get on it, but no, not quite. Bomb does get defused in the nick of time, but SAW, they're made to work for it.
Yeah, it comes down to the wire there. It's a bit unfortunate that when Nickelback swings there, he goes straight onto the diffuser rather than committing to the fight on Rostos, who was out a little bit wide. Because he was so low, all it would have taken was 1 more bullet and then could have easily got Story off the bomb. But they are able to recover in the retake. Slight over-rotation towards B, just purely based on that utility, did give 1 win that window. And it allowed them to plant, so they're actually pretty wealthy here.
Considering what that round became, you can't be feeling too disheartened. 1 win. Nearly pulling it back from the brink time and time again. Already looking pretty strong here on the T side of Overpass. Roman waiting patiently towards the toilets. Nice shot from Story on towards Deco.
That's really cool from Story. And he's actually holding the angle for the jump, the run boost around the corner, knowing that he's going to land behind that rock, and it's normally the place where you go for a little bit of cover. For that headshot line. Now a change up. Story moves into the bathrooms, has the support ahead of him in Roman. Has to call over an extra defender, though, to support. But I think with the extended space they have out towards B, that's fine. But Roman drops. Story's position is known. He fired off a shot. MUTiRiS also under pressure, but Story's thriving. That's enough for now, but he does fall to Forrester. MUTiRiS on half. A difficult position. They know he's here. They tagged him just before. Playing around the truck. Swings on over the top, and Forrester domes him.
Here comes the activation of Jerks, but it's just so late. The rotation was really quick, but it took him ages to actually go through the doorway. All of his teammates fall in the meantime. Boomich flanking with that AWP. Still technically possible for Jerks, but would need to get past Forrester. Understands that he's by the truck. Great nade. Swings on towards long. No one's revealed themselves. Boomich should hit the shot, and he does. 1 win back to winning ways.
Yeah, that's a huge round from Forrester as well. 4 in it. Mentioned he kind of flew under, well, he flew on the radar for like the first half of that map before, but ended right up at the top. And he's come into this one in fine form, 7 for 1 currently. Deco 7 for 2. It's the 2 superstars for this squad, continuing to cause chaos. And a very nice start for 1win on the T side.
Pause being taken as well. Very limited money now available for SAW. They won 1 round and then instantly lost, so no chance for the bank to really build up. You can force in here, but it would only be jerks on a rifle. MUTiRiS would have a FAMAS. Kind of hurts, kind of feels really unfortunate, and it just elevates 1win even further, and they can just keep continuing to build this buffer. Another pause coming in.
Yeah, so just going to have the pistols here. Jax can maybe get a little bit more, but might want to just hold on to the extra cash to be able to get that AWP out for Story in the next round. 1win can continue to extend their lead. Really nice to see just how well they recover these rounds in the T side after they lose opening kills, and those early advantages always seem to be able to just fight their way back into it. Yeah, virtually nothing invested for SAW.
Makes sense, just play a default here as well for 1win. Oh, did Boomich see that player just jiggling? Everyone up here on A for SAW. There's 1win trying, gut out connector, holding patiently, waiting. MUTiRiS, that's a great shot. But now, I'd say the ghost has been given up because it is just pistols, but take a look at that bomb. And MUTiRiS is walking further forward. He's even found it. That's an important gunfight. Meanwhile, over in connector, never mind. All the kills come in from 1win. It doesn't matter. The round's recovered yet again.
Yeah, I think at least Forrester was able to collect the bomb with ease. That's where it could have gone a bit awry, but it's so funny for me, Rich. I feel like sometimes he plays like a bull in a china shop. We saw it the round on Nuke where he gave up the kill on B to a pistol, and it kind of was the butterfly effect that led to SAW taking the round. This time around, jumping around playground, stamping his feet like a child having a tantrum, told they have to go home, and MUTiRiS hears it all, silences him. Like a lollipop given to a child that's having a tantrum. Thanks for coming to my metaphor for the day.
I was going to say, thank you for carrying that one on. Story just looking to carry on over the AK into the next round. But more importantly, it's a 5th on the board for 1win. T-side looking spectacular, showing no signs of slowing down. And this is always the danger. Once they built back into the game, once the momentum was with them on that T-side and Nuke, you look to Overpass, it's their map pick. You know they're going to be pretty comfortable on it. And the fact that SAW have got off to a slow start doesn't bode well, especially because they're on the defense.
Yeah, the main shining light for SAW is that their T-side was quite good on Nuke, so you hope that some of that will translate over, but you need a decent CT side to work with. Another chance, another opportunity, another day. Great SAW. Very defaulty from both teams at the present. Fighting towards short, taking place. Jerks, oh, caught out by Travis. Noise being made towards a short pipe, and that's where Jerks wanted to fight, but then the door's open and swing comes through.
Look at this as well. Based off that reaction, there's so much utility now being dropped in, a little bit of a panic for SAW. Arostos does have an incendiary as well as a smoke, but that's the last one remaining on these players. Jump spot doesn't net any information at all. And if he calls it clear, that's a little bit false. There's 2 players still lying in wait. Deco in the connector, MUTiRiS desperately hunting for that AK, but it gets dropped on the floor. Potentially heard by one of the 1win players. Now the barrage of utility still comes in, but they remain patient, waiting for SAW to make the next move.
2-2 set up for the defense at the moment, but Story can rotate quickly. In fact, he actually starts to make his way over. Roman's gotten a lot of space out towards long, and I think off the back of it, they're going for a bit more of a lead over this side, so they have players in the right positions, and MUTiRiS picks the good time to swing. Coming out through Monster now, and Rostos using the flashbang to try and find the kill. Doesn't quite connect, now he swings out and is met by Forrester. Story with that AWP does arrive, and MUTiRiS is stepping up in spades. Nickelback doesn't know where to hit him. And it's SAW getting their second round.
Yeah, insane for MUTiRiS. Finds a really important quad kill. Just tucks himself in, hits these headshots when it matters most. Boomich trying to get a little bit tricky with it, jumping on top of the box. But that's only to the detriment of OneWin as the bomb just sinks right in towards the water. Not that it even matters, because in a blink of an eye, MUTiRiS just finds all of them. Important round to win, essential to SAW formulating a little bit of a foundation here on the defense. Still plenty of money, though, for OneWin. They can have one more buy left in them. And Roman wants to take the fight straight to them.
Yeah, getting aggressive. Story, though, fires off a shot. And now they know that there's a bit of a forward play here. They're going to be suspicious of the rifler supporting. So many players from SAW committed towards A early here. 4, in fact. Surprisingly, no one comes to blows. All the utility forces each team back. SAW are happy with that. It's kept OneWin at bay. It's a fun little jump spot on top of the fountain.
They're fine and they're not, because at the same time, there's no smokes. 1 minute left, and you can't really lock off any choke points. You're going to have to do it with the flames instead. Another boost for Deco as he peeks on over, is just trying to see anything. You see that OneWin, they've held on to theirs. They're going to go for an execute. It's going to be late. It's going to be towards B. But yet again, SAW have got the right read on the situation.
Yeah, they haven't actually seen anybody from OneWin since the start of the map, and you can see it's actually making them a little bit nervous. They've made some moves back over towards A. Rostos in transition, gets caught by the flash, but tucks on down. Story in towards short with the AWP, able to find a kill, but he's also getting flashed back. Look at the rotations coming on through. Story stepping up with another. Boomich runs him down and spots a lot on the swing. Travis, one more kill, puts into the 2-on-2, and Deco arrives. Time's such an issue. Roman, the 1 versus 2, but Travis just swings.
Yeah, really nice again. OneWin, the way that they take contact off each other is really electric. And it's making SAW feel looking like just absolute chumps on the bomb site at the moment. Deco getting information and then taking the peaks. Travis is low HP. He's never going to swing. He's going to wait. And even in that 2 versus 1, with 10 seconds left, the player on low HP in Travis wide swings deliberately to offset the crosshair as much as possible so that Deco could follow up should he fall.
Swing round as well. Would have reset OneWin if they'd lost it. Boomich on his lurk over towards A. Once again, walks into a Desert Eagle. This time comes out ahead. Now he can be an absolute pain. A lot of action over towards B as well, and it all goes the way of OneWin. More or less as expected, given the weaponry they're working with, but Rostos and Jerks have stepped in for a kill apiece. This Desert Eagle's doing work. I think Jerks has already decided he wants to keep that AK for the next.
Yeah, makes sense. Couple of kills coming in, keeps money honest, and at this point, that's quite useful. As you mentioned, it was a swing round in the previous. OneWin could have been reset, instead they don't. With this bomb explosion, cash will start to fill their pockets. They'll start to feel a little bit more, well, I'd say even more comfortable with the situation they find themselves in. They're running over SAW at the moment. It's one-way traffic. And what's the response here from SAW? Feels quite similar to a game we watched earlier where a lot of respect's being given over. They're only really fighting short control, connected control on the pistols. The full rifle rounds, they're not really taking any initiative whatsoever.
feel like Nickelback did not need to die there.
No, he didn't.
He stuck around a little too long, being a little silly with it. It's okay for now. Hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt him. Beautiful T-side so far from 1 win for all the lovely reasons you've illustrated. So eloquently as well.
Thanks.
Yeah. B-Dog knows his Counter-Strike. SAW, they know theirs. They know what they have to do. Just have to execute it. Just have to make it work. Hit the shots. Catch the timings. Land that util. Let's see him do it. All powered again. All story.
Go Monster. Got the peak.
Yeah, do it.
He's not going to.
He's no, he's throwing the smoke, so he's not going anywhere. No, he's dropped the smoke. He's going for it. Here it is, the peak.
There we go.
No.
Oh.
He still might.
Yeah, but it's delayed now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
speaking of peaks, we didn't get to
boost.
see it because the auto director wasn't looking at it, but the boost comes through and Deco gets the kill.
Yeah, nice. Fair enough. Boomich. 100% spotted that player. Yep. Roman has to fall on back. But at the same time he's falling back, MUTiRiS now starts to take the space back. So it's a tug of war out towards the A side of the map. Different pieces of map control being held by the various parties. Flashbang very deep in long and 1 win. They're accelerating. MUTiRiS is going to hit all of this. And he needs to be careful. Flashbang and nade, full blind. Oh! But nearly 2 kills.
Surprising amount of damage that sets Roman up to do a lot. Nickelback actually now with the AWP. Roman's got this kill every day of the week. And okay, well, it's just given to him for free. If he just kept swinging, I feel like Nickelback probably, if he just held the angle, might have even had an opportunity to hit the flick, but not gonna happen. And look at this timing from Jerks to push. Oh, he could end the round right here. Drops the bomb. Roman's found Forrester as well, so it leaves it now all onto Travis. Bomb has to be recovered as well, and Jerks is in the back lines with it. Time not there for Travis. He's not even going back for it. He's looking forward. Seeing if he can find anyone on the site, any kills, but nothing is being given to him. Finally spots a player out towards long, but you can't win the round at this point. Maybe an escape route, maybe a kill would be the way through, and he is going to find that one onto Roman. Turns back to see if anyone else wants to offer a fight, but they're not going to. SAW finding another.
Yeah, more valuable for SAW to hold onto their rifles there rather than fight after time. If Travis died, he wouldn't have enough to repurchase that AK. But the side there, happy with the round, and that's about it. Match pause for 1 win, because despite them having a pretty healthy lead on this T side, it's come at a cost. Quite a lot of casualties in a lot of these rounds, and where some bomb plants have really not arrived in some of them, their money starts to become a little bit of a limiting factor. Deco instantaneously buys, supporting Travis with the AK. But what's Forrester, Nickelback, and Boomich going to do?
And it all comes back to Nickelback dying with the bomb 2 rounds ago. Just something to consider. Boomich, I feel like I've commented on this at the RMRs as well. This guy runs the CZ on the T side. Who does that?
He's a freak with it. He's very good with the CZ.
I understood what you meant.
Oh, Rosdos, give it a spam. Wouldn't be surprised if Forrester and Boomich swap weapons after that one. No, instead. Gonna keep going. Faster play. Straight out in towards B. Util dropped and kill for a Rosdos. There's Boomich with the CZ. Coming up from short. Jerks and MUTiRiS now under a lot of pressure as 1 win try and overflow into the site. Jerks on the 1-way. Good for a kill, and Story comes in as the first responder, but Deco levels him out. 2 versus 3, it's still possible, but that is right until Deco falls.
Deco decks him, but only the one. So SAW win that round out, and that was the full investment from OneWin to try and keep themselves in it. Now they have to go for the eco. A nice hold here. Cool smoke as well. Deployed in towards the water there, just to give that bit of a one-way for Jerks to fight behind. It's not one you see every day. Got a nade stack being set up. Well, not set up, but going to be set up. As 3 players have the HEs. Don't know if anyone is at kind of the position where it would be effective, because they've taken full short control, so it does nothing. And gives them a lot of information as well.
It's pretty decent for SAW. Really solid opportunity to not only hit 7-5, but just feel a lot more confident about Overpass. A reminder that either one of these teams, should they lose the series, will be eliminated, and their journey very deep into Challenger League Season 45 will end here tonight.
And the consequence of that, it's a Pro League spot, right? That's a big deal. A huge prize. Granted, this is the lower bracket semi-final, so you're still going to face Monty, who just won their game earlier against Sprout in a nice 2-0 fashion. If they want you to get past Monty, you got to play Apex. So it's a pretty serious run you have to do just in the lower bracket final before you even get to that grand final where Spirit Academy are waiting.
Another pause. We feel like we're about to jump back in, and then we don't. Another 30 seconds needed. Just to calm nerves. Level heads. Purchase discussions as well for OneWin. Of course, that was an eco. They can get all the AKs out with some utility. Been prioritizing long a lot in the past couple of rounds. And sort of actually been dealing with it pretty well. I've been getting a lot more active at the start of these rounds, denying map control, making it a stress for OneWin to try and reclaim it. Exactly what you want.
SAW feeling a little bit more emboldened now. The HE does a bit of damage onto Deco. Jerks, look at all the space he's taken already in towards short. Gets that one for free, and that's a lot of information gathered for SAW. They know that it means a lot of the presence from the T side has to be towards A. So Story wants to take a little bit of a look in, but doesn't overextend. Oh, that flashbang is great. He's able to just about escape. Roman's here to support him, so good teamwork there, although Nickelback catches Story somehow, and Deco is able to deal with Roman, so all of that support is for naught.
And now the consequences, yet again. Look, it's a 4-on-3, but Jerks is really low. MUTiRiS has taken some shots. MUTiRiS might get this one a little bit of a look in, but Arostos and Jerks want nothing more to do with this round. It has to be a save. OneWin. They're going to edge out the half already. Getting 8 up next to their name. And just where it starts to look so good, it just comes crashing down. And it's all off the back of just immediate contact being taken from OneWin. And they are really forcing the issue against the AWP. Roman's forced back off the back of some spam, and that allows further progression up long.
Yeah, I feel like that was, I mean, basically, SAW had so much control over towards B with Jerks so deep in towards short so early on. He's spotting like the feed of a player out towards Monster, so they have this kind of read on the presence, and I think he's just a little bit too worried about Connector, because there needed to be a rotation from one of those 3 B defenders to go support the 2 players on A.
Yeah. It's one of those things sometimes where you kind of get the control, but you kind of forget to respond once you've got it. And it's just that extra couple of seconds that can really be the detriment. Because you see, MUTiRiS was on his way, but it was slightly delayed. And he can't afford that. If it's maybe even 2 seconds earlier, sort of got a more comprehensive defense. Instead, it goes the other way. Flashbang. Good. The Story can't capitalize upon it. Instead, catches some lead. needs to fall all the way back, but he's hanging around here, expecting OneWin to push through the smoke. Roman was there as a support network, but they just get out of dodge instead.
It's for the right play. Boomage, ooh, thought he was just going to run on through. Be very classic of him to do so. Jerk spots him, and yeah, he wants blood, gets it. Also has to be careful. A lot of spam going through each way, but no trade for the tiers. Deco might get a chance if this jump comes back in. What's he lining up there? Oh, it's a boost. Deco is already past. A has proven to be a potential avenue for this tier side to make their way through. And in these unfavorable situations, they've managed to find ways in. It's a nice smoke, though, deep. Gives Roman something to work with.
Oh, and he does. Just that. Immediate trade, though, and yet again, you got to be careful about the long threat. Story's on 1 HP. Doesn't matter too much because he's the AWPer. MUTiRiS steps out from truck. Good kill, but Nickelback is out for blood. Can only find a kill in the half, and now it's all on to Deco. He can't get past Story's scope. So, really good recovery. And that's an example of what happens when you rotate people up a little bit earlier.
Yeah, plenty of bodies there to defend. Nice stuff from SAW. Roman getting one there, and good damage onto the follow-up is enough to set them up for success. So chance for a 7th, which I actually think probably would be enough if SAW can get it, if the tail of these strong T sides continues. So we'll see. OneWin working with a bit of a shonky one. As that CZ again. Ever faithful for the big boom. He gets to fire it off at all. He's been brought down very low just through utility and spam.
It's not the most ideal of scenarios, especially given the Arsenal for OneWin. But they're going to try and burst through short. Jerks has been really good at just kind of stopping all of this pressure. Flashbang, but he doesn't go off it. Now OneWin start to activate, but it's a Rosdos. Huge impact. Travis can only find one on the way through. SAW look like they're on the road to recovery, and they're succeeding. Deco, 1v3. But he hasn't got any HP to really contend with. Has to go for the round, of course. 35 seconds left. Pulls his way up towards short, but a Rostos will nail him. And that's SAW really coming back into this half.
don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls and says he's sorry. This situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, hurt you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left hearing you say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue? I'm feeling kinda used, yeah, like a drug that you take when you're sick of crying on.
And welcome back to the second half of map number 2 here between OneWin and SAW, the lower bracket semi-final number 2. Here it is, Challenger League Season 45. OneWin with a very narrow lead as they go to the CT side of their map pick.
Yeah, and that's exactly the point, right? Still 8 rounds on this T side. Feels really good for OneWin. Gotta be more than happy with that. However, you take it with maybe a little bit of a grain of salt because they were up such a high. SAW have bounced back in, hoping to make things work on the pistol. Aggression up through connector. A couple of extremity players just peeking on forward. Not spotting anything yet. First contact will potentially come in from Boomich or Deco, as they're actually quite far back from one another. Deco, of course, absolutely destroys Jerks, and that's going to force SAW back down to B.
That's a beautiful shot from Deco. Door being opened and closed. Don't want to let any wind in. Still 3 players here for the CTs. Deco has a nice angle that'll get baited by Boomage. Oh, shadow spotted. Shots being fired. Boomage, there's that bait. Does go down. Good flashbang. Deco's just dancing around and he's found another. MUTiRiS does get the kill back, but he's now alone in a 1v3. Bomb's also out of his hands. Rotations are here. One player holding connector in case he tries to fall back, which he does have time to do. Nickelback and it all. 20 seconds. MUTiRiS has to get his movement going now, and yeah, he's going to be loud about it. That's going to allow Nickelback to prepare. The door's going to swing on open. Rotation's already coming through, and Nickelback with the dual Berettas mows him down.
Yeah, really nice setup between Deco and Boomage. Bait and switch works perfectly. Deco does the rest with his precise aim and headshots. No bomb plant. You imagine it's going to be a little bit of a rough force for SAW if they want to go for it. So instead, currently, no investment. Just Glocks. Trying to get that bomb plant down. But OneWin looks set to hit double digits.
Yeah, no issues here. Story's gotten quite deep and towards long, and I think you're kind of tempted just to follow him. And if you can find that one player that's defending here, overwhelm him, you can maybe get a bomb plant. But overwhelming Deco is a whole nother situation. And it's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. This guy doesn't miss, and when they get the round.
I was going to say, like, the issue is the player you're trying to overwhelm is Deco. This guy is incredible. This is very top-heavy for OneWin. Talking about the kill distribution last time out when these two teams played on Nuke. And saying, oh, it's pretty consistent from OneWin. This time it's SAW, who have got a top of 10 and a bottom... Sorry, it's a top of 11 and a bottom of 10. Doesn't matter, one kill within it, regardless. Deco way out in front for OneWin. And it's going to be the other individuals stepping up, having some impact, the same as Deco. Potentially as a necessity to try and close this map. Very deep flashbangs. Boomich deals with Jerks.
Nice kill to pick up early. Shucks wanted to get involved. It's got this boost in play that's jiggling around. Kind of forced to go over this direction. Oh my god, what a tap. Nickelback just gets absolutely removed. Travis gets one back onto MUTiRiS. Rostos doesn't swing either while Forrest is moving about. Nice swing. Another hit. Oh, and the tag. Travis finishes the job. And Rostos' amazing shot is for nothing. Unless he can find 4 more.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Nice shot. Alright, well, maybe. The issue is he's 1 bullet away from death, and there's already a flank. BUMITiRiS is well in the back lines. Rostos is completely stuck. As he works forward, he's going to be countered by Travis. Down, Forrester. Starts to peak, starts to get a little bit of shoulder. That takes Travis in further. Incredible round from 1win. Being real anchors on this pressure from BUMITiRiS and the way he falls all the way back. Gross.
Oh my god, what a shot. It's just a single bullet. What a lovely tap. Well, at least for SAW, everyone's kind of even on the kill distribution.
Yeah.
They're also at the top after having a bit of a struggle on Nuke, so that's something.
Just the pistoles. Looking for a bomb plante. Forrester. Guess how to dodge A.
Anyway. Grouping up our SAW. They've got a lot of ground here. BUMITiRiS and Deco in charge of holding it down. MP9 could maul these pistols. There's only armor on 2 of these players. BUMITiRiS needs to just chill out. This guy just does not stop moving.
No.
Oh, that's a nice HE. Deco now gets the first. BUMITiRiS can get some as well. No worries at all. No stresses. Easy frags. And an easy shot for Rostos. Surely no more to be found here. BUMITiRiS trying to hunt him down. Yeah, Rostos moves his cross, but support comes on through. Now he's able to swing back out.
Clean round. And this is the danger. This is what I was worried about for SAW. Because, yeah, it was a really good recovery, but then how do you get past the defense? CT side, really favorable in Overpass because you have those quick rotations. There's plenty of different angles to try and manipulate and deny map control. Aggressive peaks are the aim of the game for Deco. And he is, once again, firing on all cylinders.
BUMITiRiS again getting up close. Story's peering around this smoke, and BUMITiRiS might have an opportunity here. Oh, it could go both ways. Oh! Spots out both, and Story's the one that comes out ahead. That's a little unfortunate for BUMITiRiS because it's hard to take that first fight, and that's where he found the AWP. But 1win does get the kill back onto Roman at the very least. That's a crazy kill.
I think that's BUMITiRiS just being a little bit overeager. He had a really good position just up by the wall, but he feels like he can get the opener. Does go for it, but what it does do at the very least with Deco's trade is it forces SAW to go back to the only piece of map control they've got, and that's over towards short. Smoke goes into heaven, but it's quite early. Travis up above. Does deal with the players. Story will trade 3-on-3. This one's still available.
Certainly way into this. 30 seconds left. All SWORD's final destination B. It looks like they want to go for a boost, and this could work out well. Chucks gets elevated. Oh, Spots one on the jump, but now they know there's 2 players here. It likely has to be the commitment here. Deco, ooh, spots him out, doesn't hit the shot. Now MUTiRiS can be a pain in the back lines. Deco, though, oh, misses another shot, keeping him entertained, but that bomb's not planted yet. It's not getting planted. He ran away.
I think, like, time just really eluded SAW there. I feel like they thought they had a couple more seconds than they did. If MUTiRiS doesn't get spotted by Deco and he runs through and he just goes into CT, even then you're still kind of pushing the issue about whether that bomb can even be put down. Extremely limited factor, a little bit of a confusing round there for SAW. It just feels like they weren't all ready to go when they really should have. Taken the boost at 30 seconds, it's a very big overcommitment.
That's a bit of a rough one to lose when it was in the 3-on-3, and it felt like there was definitely a way in. MUTiRiS was actually doing so much work there, distracting Deco. Unfortunately, they weren't able to find any headway into the side itself. So now SAW struggling on this T side, which is a little bit of a shame because their T side was so good on Nuke. But they haven't found anything here at all, not a single round.
Yeah, this is awkward as well, because they're playing so passive because they got limited utility into this one. Kind of lends itself to being quite a success story for one win. Boomich is able to just be on his toes, as he so often is, being very dynamic upon this map. But in top cover, you have to worry about too much. MUTiRiS, though, that's a good opener. Essential for SAW's success and survival in round 21. That's going to scramble some rotations.
It's a start. And if yeah, one men look like they're actually wanting to go for a stack. This is a cool decision to make. As long as SAW continue to commit, they're going to be walking into 3 players here, and one of them is Deco with the AWP. Peering into the bathrooms. Not seeing anything. SAW start to snake up long. Forrester just holding it. If he throws a smoke now, that would actually cause a lot of issues. And in fact, he is going to drop it. But Deco's fallen. Nickelback. Oh! He's only good for the 1. Forrester doesn't get anything done. And so indeed, SAW will find their way in.
Yeah, that's really nicely done from SAW. Deco misses the shot. And as a result, falls over towards Flowers. That leaves Nickelback on a little bit of an island. But as soon as that contact's being taken, they start accelerating really loudly up long. That means that Nickelback's attention diverted over. And it means the Toilets players can also come out and split at the same time. Really smart from SAW. It gets them a well-earned 8th. And that all comes from MUTiRiS finding that opening on towards Boomich.
First T round secured for SAW. Much needed, but still a lot for them to do here. It's not going to get any easier. Won't be gifted that opening every round. But also Deco just wasn't able to find any kill there, gets caught off guard. He's out here on 22 kills. Boomich now into the connector, and again in a position to take a pretty intense fight. There's a lot of T's here.
It's a step in the right direction for SAW. Spam, not connecting. Important. Molly forces Boomich back and away. Pretty decent damage being done with the utility, though, from Forrester. Throwing it through the doorway. Was thinking about going for a boost, but slightly misses the jump. And And these are deeper re-smokes from 1win. They're not right at the mouth of Monster. They're all the way back. Travis loves this angle. He's going to go up there again. And with 50 seconds, this time SAW have got a lot more map control, but BUMITiRiS could catch out Jerks if he tries to extend forward, but it's going to be the B commitment anyway.
Flash is over. 3 players here. Deco starts to make his way down, but Travis has fallen from that position. Doesn't get anything from it. Now Roman enters through, but Deco with the AWP strikes. Forrester still tucked on through, but Story's AWP swings for another. Back and forth in the kill feed, but it is the advantage for SAW. BUMITiRiS has come on a quick rotation, but that's a fast shot from Story. Deco has to be the full hero now. He's got 2 kills in the round, but it would need to be the full house. I think he just wants to get out of there. Falling all the way back, holding onto his AWP, and, well, for SAW, looks like they've managed to get their 9th.
Yep, and it's as simple as just one flashbang over Monster. Travis is right out in the open, and as mentioned, literally like 30 seconds ago, he's played that angle 3 or 4 times, so he just gets pre-fired off it. Deco tries his best, but it's all Story. Really crucial kills, hitting the important trades, and the most essential one is the kill on towards BUMITiRiS in Connector. If he falls there, the retake most definitely on. But SAW get consecutive in a row. And there's no real money for 1win to buy back in, so it's just going to have to be Deco and his AWP surrounded by pistols.
I've seen them win these. But it's going to have to involve Deco getting very active. Horse comes through. Could SAW really do it? Vertigo in the distance as that decider. 1win want to end it now. There's maybe a decision being made here around whether Forrester should invest in, given he has 5.7k. There it is. So an M4 to join Deco's AWP. And that's enough to make this still pretty deadly.
It is. It all depends on how they distribute these rifles. Are they going to leave Deco all alone on A, while the rest of the squad go B for a little bit of a stack? SAW been ending here more often than not. Instead, it's a little bit more of a default. No, in fact, scrap that. It's just BUMITiRiS. So both rifles actually committing over towards B. And they're boosting here. They want to get the rifle involved, but Arostos could unravel everything here. Sees the boost. Knows exactly what's up. Forrester, dealt with. The adjustments from Arostos are absolutely insane.
What a shot. I can't believe he catches him there on the boost. Wasn't even aiming at him. Able to flick on over to the head. Mid-burst. Oh, BUMITiRiS, if he just held half a second more. That's the chance. Deco can still be the hero. They're going towards him. He has the AWP. See if he can do anything. And no, the smoke is going to block him off. He doesn't want to get ahead of it. So heroism denied. Double digits will be secured for SAW.
Arostos has been unbelievable out and towards short water. Like the kills he's finding, they're freakish in nature. And he's doing the damage time and time again. Now it's a really awkward save for Deco. SAW have got the money to hunt this as well. Know how important it is just to starve Deco off this AWP. Last thing MUTiRiS might expect is if Deco just walks through this smoke, holding on the right-hand side. Deco, does he clear this? Yes, he does. Good clear. And now he's created a little bit of an avenue to escape.
Yeah, saving the AWP is huge here. I don't think he'd be able to... Okay, just be able to afford it if he goes down. But he'd love to have all that utility behind it. Alright, so decent runarounds here for SAW. That one was always going to be a little bit of an easier one, given what 1win had. It was a real shame they couldn't assemble that boost earlier. I think you kind of have to have the deeper smoke in play to make that work. Because if you're not contesting short, not throwing the incendiary, not slowing them down, what just happened then is going to happen.
Agreed. It felt very brave. deep incendio being thrown into the tunnel. Rostov's actually even smoking it off. So that allows a little bit of a safer passage for the boost to spam and focus all of his efforts on connector. Flashbang to allow Rostos now through in towards the water. He'll get that control for free. Boomich. There's been a number of these rounds where he's been caught off just on his own. But this time might be a different story. Because whilst Nickelback and Deco are here, Boomich could also flank in towards toilets.
There's a lot of players you put over here. How is Travis managing to dart around and stay alive? Nickelback does fall on the A bomb site, and yeah, Boomich is on this flag. He's pushed all the way through. The bomb's going to be coming his way in a moment now. How patient is he? Not always something we attribute with him as a player.
Oh.
And he gets caught.
By
If he just
Glock.
stuck around. If he just stuck around and waited, he might have won the round by himself.
By a Glock.
It's not good.
No.
It's a little upsetting, actually. You couldn't tell from the tone of my voice.
Yep. Lucy not happy with that.
It's just... I feel like this particular map... He was great on Nuke, but I feel like on this particular map, there's so many instances where... You mentioned it before. He's just getting a bit overeager, moving about too quickly, going for peaks he doesn't need to, giving up early advantages. In that position, the bomb hasn't been spotted yet, and you know that they've only just taken the contact out towards A. There's definitely a chance you can catch the bomb in transition, and he just starts moving around, trying to catch the flank too early. He's the one that gets caught, and that's it.
From 13-7 to 13-11. So we'll start to close this gap. See, the thing is, you can buy here if you're one win. You can drop rifles. But do you want to? Probably not. So it's just going to be the partial instead. Potentially conceding a 12th. And allowing SAW just within one round of what was looking like a really successful defense.
One of these heroes, M4's getting aggressive. MUTiRiS is kind of between two angles and oh, the timing isn't quite there. Travis is forced on back and has to get a move on because SAW are quite close to peeking long. Don't actually go for it.
He's seen them. How many times are they going to play on that storm drain? Too many for my liking. Caught out yet again. SAW, it's the expected peak. So they're able to lock it in. Travis walking forward on divider, but gets caught out by Roman.
Lot of small mistakes. The strong was always going to be a bit of a long shot. Playing for the next, but would have been nice if get something done with these rifles they invested in. Makes sense for one win now just to stick on to B just in case anyone comes on through. God, imagine if they just stuck A. Such little time left, they might have been able to disrupt things, but SAW are going to get that bomb through as the final seconds count down.
Important to hold on to this M4 if you're Nickelback. Boomich, why not? Just go for it. Try and take an AK away. Maybe you can find a Rostos just out towards the long toilets. Hanging around party. This time being incredibly patient. Deco in support with him. Around the corner, Rostos goes, being loud, and that's where Boomich activates. AK grabbed, secured. Oh, and a nice shot out of Deco. 3 AKs, that's really nice.
Yeah, picking up those is beautiful. That's exactly what they needed, actually. Because now the money can be a little bit stronger with all that loss bonus so they can keep buying, keep fighting, keep trying to stamp in the tide that SAW is now riding. Go back to a bit more of the defaulty style, because I feel like a few of these rounds just have not been working out for one win, what they're trying to make happen.
Yeah. You know what I want to see here? Something we haven't seen from them actually all CT half is the monster push on the smoke fade. That's become a lot more meta. Haven't seen it once out of one win. Could work quite well, especially where Sora taking a lot of short control. That could be the answer. Maybe a deeper push in towards connector. Unsure of the game plan. But someone needs to formulate into a success story for one win, because right now they're kind of cutting their losses quite fine. Maybe too fine. SAW win this round. They level up the scoreline. Essential for their survival here in Challenger League.
Yeah, the rest of this map is going to be a brawl. At least no one's playing on top of jail. So that's something. HE does a bit of damage.
Give it time.
Deco and Boomage actually playing quite passive over towards A. It's a little bit of a worrying position for Deco. He has to make sure Boomage has his back, because Boomage is darting between multiple angles, and there's this kind of window where if someone walks up banana, he could be in trouble. At the moment, that's not going to be taking place. SAW have been running the clock down a lot. That's okay when there's space to be taking, but they have not a lot of map control, but they've forced their way through. Jerks does get one over towards A, and that's caused a lot of issues. Or this could get a little bit weird. Jerks is going to be coming through the back line. Deco is already rotated. I think they're just going to run up to connector. What is this rotation?
Oh.
Why has everyone come down here?
Because they thought that because there wasn't any initial contact, there wasn't more players than Jerks, it was just a little bit of a fake. SAW have run this round before.
But why didn't Deco just stay and get the trade? At least they get to save everything. That's something to be taking here, but the pressure really getting to one win here. One kill is all it takes, and it throws one win's entire defense into shambles.
Yep. A complete scramble. Kind of called upon it about 10 rounds ago. Actually, even when the second half started, just saying, look, it's a real worrying thing that this is so top heavy for one win. Because if Deco's not finding the kills, then, well, who is? Forrester will trade. But Nickelback's having a rough one. Boomich is lamb to the slaughter in a lot of these rounds. Travis is trying his best to keep pace with Deco, who's nearly on for back-to-back 30 bombs.
Yeah, Deco is a solid 10 kills, about the next highest in the server. And yet still it's 13 apiece. Is that 6 in a row now for SAW? All their T sides have been consecutive. Unbroken, unblemished. What a one win gonna come up with now? Could be a kill. There it is. Nickelback gets an opener.
Finally. Some respite. And that's deep control as well being established. Short control. Changes hands instead. Jerks is looking to once again be a nuisance on A. Was the hero of last round. Winning it out for SAW with that one kill.
think Nickelback might have heard Story running up T stairs then. He's in a bit of a weird position where he can unravel everything. Oh, that's awkward. However, his presence here is such a pain. An extra rotation can now come over. Boomage needs to be ready for this. I like this. Moving forward, not spotting anyone long. Deco's here to support. Boomage needs to be worried about his behind. Deco drops the bomb. Good kill. It's out in the open. Boomage swings out, but can't quite connect. Spray goes crazy. Deco's still got his eyes on the prize. Story walks on through, and Deco nails the shot. A leg as well into MUTiRiS. The one-man army continues here for one win and a no-scope to complete it. A Rostos now with very little time, nothing to do. Finally, one win break their silence.
Yeah, insane round out of Deco. Yet again, Boomich, you're right, you called on it. Really nice reposition, but he was loud. They knew exactly where he was, and unfortunately for him, he just gets wide swung by MUTiRiS, but it's Deco. Gotta keep singing his praises, because he keeps coming up with the goods. An essential 3K, hits every single shot, even the no-scope, for good measure. And suddenly, one win are back in front, after what feels like an eternity, a drought of rounds from SAW. But fantastic utility usage out the gate softens up a lot of these players.
Yeah, Forrester and Nickelback brought incredibly low. Deco's going hunting. Might get the opportunity for a fight. Oh, he's moving more to a passive line now. A boost up for Jerks just to peer on... Oh, sorry, for Story on the back of Jerks. To peer on over. One are very happy to play passive A. I think given SAW do take their time in these rounds, you can understand it. Keep an eye on Boomage. He's still in the bathrooms. Bit of a weird one, and oh, he's given up the kill. Jerks does find him. Bit of damage done, and they're going to immediately accelerate. The rotation has to come quickly. Deco with so much on his shoulders. About to be swarmed on from every angle. He can't budge from there. The pressure was coming. He knew he had to move. Not getting the kill on long that he was hunting for. And that's it. 14 again, one win. Unable to get the consecutive. One blip on the radar of this fantastic tier run from SAW. We're about to pull off an incredible comeback to force that third map.
I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that critical, but yet again, it's Boomich giving up the opening kill. Deco then feels under pressure. And it's just a similar story. It's a rinse and repeat. I don't understand why this keeps happening. The one round they play passive is the one round they win. Surely they figure out the recipe for success, but yet again, it just goes back to basics. And SAW trying to deny weaponry. Jerks even finds Forrester right at the tail end. Money on Travis, sure. Money on Deco to drop over an M4. You need to buy this. A crucial round. If SAW win this, there's going to be really nothing left for one win.
It has to be here. Has to be here. No answers other than Deco going God mode. Only being the one win I've been able to come up with. I was saying it did feel like they needed to actually find a little bit more on their T side. Given what their CT side looked like on Nuke, and well, we're seeing it here as well. Deco's at a more advanced position now. We haven't really seen this. If he continues to hold, just patient. There it is. Jerks drops an opener for one win at the hands of Deco.
Just fall back now. Boomich, you've got the opener. You don't need to go for this, but he does find MUTiRiS. 3 versus 5. And now he backs on up. Clever discipline being employed. Deco. The man can do no wrong. 32 to 14. Looking for his 33rd. Flashed off the line. Still takes a shot on the timing. Narostos has to go through the toilet. Oh, that looked dead on, but it wasn't. A temporary moment of respite, but BUMTiRiS repositions. A 1-win hit 15.
And that's the way you want to see A side played by 1-win. Deco hasn't actually been getting very aggressive, but this time around he does. He holds this more forward line, gets that kill. It's at a nice off angle where the trading isn't possible. Gets onto another elevated position. BUMTiRiS, that was the one time it works, but there was the 8 times it didn't work, and that's kind of the big concern. But he does manage to find a critical kill, even dropping the bomb carrier at the end. And it's enough to finally find series point. After all of this, will it be overtime, or can they do it in regulation? Nice HE. More aggression from Deco, but check out MUTiRiS. He's getting up close, running on through. Oh, catches BUMTiRiS. Deco's dancing away and he's managed to escape. Rotation's coming on over. Jerks now continuing to push forward. MUTiRiS has found another. Forrester gets a kill back. Getting information now. That's a lot of players over here. Forrester starts to leave. In fact, a little bit worried now that Travis is all alone over here. Travis finds Roman. They're in a good position. Roman manages to creep on forward, and Travis is going to go for the info play, but is able to adjust. A massive critical kill for the CT side. Deco is still here, and now he needs that support. He needs his team to come back, falls back to a more passive line, giving them space to work with. Steps on forward, misses a flick, smoked on off, Forrester drops. A 2v3 now, that bomb being planted, and Deco, so much on his shoulders. He can feel the pressure of it all. The one-man army now has to come in again. Travis waiting for this smoke to fade. The jump peek up. Doesn't quite hit the shot. Damage being done, but no kills found. Rostos dancing around the corner and takes down Deco. Travis gets one back, but needs to find 2 more. Spots out the one, and one more to find. The Rostos behind. Dice darts around, hiding from him. Hears him running around, and he finds the shot. We go to overtime.
Yeah, we do indeed, and we can see this one back. I think we're straight into the action. So we get to see these replays pan out once more. Or maybe we're not. Tell you what we're going to do. Throw this one to a very short break, but when we come back, it's going to be overtime.
Well. SAW looked unstoppable on that T side, but at the very tail end, one winner able to find just enough to force overtime. Keep us going here on map 2. Keep SAW's dreams alive. See if they can make it happen in the extra time.
That's going to involve money now, not an issue. Boomich spotting the player out long. Drops a nade, and Travis actually finds the opener. On towards a Rosdos. That's a really good moment for one win. An essential opening kill. They've been really struggling to find that in regulation on the CT side. Deco holding for the cross. Roman as well. Flashbang good. Jerks actually gets past. Drops the smoke, but they might just run straight through it with the flash, and they do. Boomich steps in for at least one more. It's still the advantage for one win.
Yeah, critical trade there for Boomich. Exactly what you needed. Okay. Story catches him? I'm looking at where he is on the mini-map. That's crazy. Must have been caught just trying to cross. So we go back into a 3-on-3. Rotations have come over though. Nickelback and Travis are both now here. That's because Forrester has gotten this deep position in towards short. You might not be expecting them to both be doubled up here. Smoke lands, 30 seconds. It will be the commitment here. The bomb's coming through long. Story can't help out in fighting either of these players on side as well. They can drop this player out long. Oh, what a shot from MUTiRiS. Travis does step up, but he steps up in spades. 2 massive kills. Has to be Story. Trying to charge on through with the AWP. The no-scope. Gets the bomb and goes for the plant on Bank's side. Has an inkling that the flank's coming, and now he's spotted him out. Oh, look at the damage. The HE over the top. Doesn't even find the frag. Story clutches it out for SAW.
What an insane clutch from Story. Just has the awareness, knows that there's going to be a player walking through in connector. Jumps up, still gets dinks, but wide swings anyway. And just when you think Travis has done enough.
It's brutal, but a lovely peek from Story.
But just keep your gun out in a 1v1.
Yeah, HG would have done it though. He knows he gets the dink right. But you're right. Oh, another opening though. Goes the way of one win. Let's see if they can actually convert off it.
Five on 3 again. Spam being done to Roman. Boomich should have heard that with the audio. Yeah, and now he's activating. Pushes through. Makes SAW's live a little bit more difficult. MUTiRiS wanted to trade, but Boomich, he's going to keep on pushing you. And now it's Story. Good heroics in the previous, but now would need even more. Nice no-scope, but the immediate trade is there. One win. Bounce back.
Yeah, cool no-scope. Oh, that's CT round in the last 8 of regulation. But very nicely handled. Well-timed aggression. Good peaks. Ties it up. I think 2 CT rounds is pretty good for one win. I think that more or less sets them up to take it. SAW can get this, then all bets are off.
This is fast out of SAW. They wanted to take space, but the utility actually just holds them back a little bit. They were looking to go up towards the top of connector, but plans change. Might still go for it for a little bit more of a delay. Deco, rare miss, but space afforded to SAW. That allows them the route up connector. The Story's still holding for a push that Boomich was thinking about delivering.
Extra rotation now comes on over, so if Boomich goes down, there's still an extra defender in Nickelback to support. Travis has really stepped up as well. He's on 25 kills. Kind of pulled those out of nowhere. This gets a little weird. Oh, the timing went Boomage. Oh, neither of them spots each other, so this could work out perfectly for Boomage. He could catch the bomb, back turned. Oh, he could just end it all right now. Finally, the aggressive push from Boomage works out beautifully. Bomb dropped. With 30 seconds left, MUTiRiS has to try and recover it. Jerks running onto the site, does get spotted as well. He has 2 players he needs to deal with. Decker comes around the corner with the quick scope. That second in OT on their CT side looks inevitable. MUTiRiS with 15 seconds has to get the bomb in. Boomage might just flank him right here. Oh, that's a missed shot, but it doesn't matter. Boomage, Nickelback find theirs. One win, get 2 on their CT side.
It was that T side. Yeah, it was that T side that was so good. So that puts a little bit of hope and belief back into one win. But you've got to remember that SAW were able to recover right at the tail end. It was them being aggressive. It was them setting the pace. So much so that it was too overwhelming for one win to handle. This round isn't live. We're all good. Just waiting for everyone to ready up and get involved. What do you think? 2-0, 2-1? Do we see a third map, Lucy?
I wasn't sure if you're asking me or Twitch chat, but
Both.
I think one win getting 2 CT rounds is enough. Given how much of a struggle it was for them. That was the magic number in my mind. So we'll see if they can continue the strengths of their T side. 2 rounds all they need. 1 would guarantee at least a second OT. See what they can bring out.
Nades don't do a thing. Not a single point of damage. Jerks. They'll spot Travis towards the base of connector. Short control established for 1 win, so often the SAW were doing to them to taste their own medicine. Utility being dropped and exchanged. Very patient out of both of these teams. No contact yet felt by guns.
Yeah, one win just feeling things out. It's been so long since they played the T side. I guess that applies on both ends that taking a bit of time. This could be a big fight. Rostov's, he decides to jiggle in the smoke phase, but another one lands on through, so he's not going to get that opportunity. Teko's waiting for anyone to try and phase that smoke, but not going to be the case. And a lack of pressure over towards A has meant that this story Roman duo hasn't had to budge. This fine line can do a lot of work, but Boomage could also potentially get past the crosshair. No, just walks into it. Now Roman can just sit on here. Forrester jumps around the corner, gives him the freebie. Now he's going to be in the back lines and has to be considered. Travis trying to deal with this player out long. They are actually going to get the bomb down. Surprisingly, they were able to make that work. And Travis is accelerated forward, just trying to force some space. Deco hits a big flick. Nickelback finds Jerks as well, and somehow from the 3v5, they're making it work. A player advantage now. Story, they know exactly where he is with that AWP in hand, and they've doubled up at the truck. Deco with the no-scope as well. How have they managed to pull this one through? A 3v5, they don't drop a single player. Deco goes insane, and 1 win finds series point.
Yeah, literally no idea how they managed that. That was literally just the 3 versus 5, the bomb's down. It's so hot that I don't know if you can hear it with my smoke alarms going off. That's how insane the play was from 1 win. And just the pushing in towards CT. MUTiRiS not ready for it. Jerks caught off on the rotate. Know exactly where Story is, and Deco does the rest.
Hopefully for the sake of your house, that 1 win can close this so you can deal with the fire that's taking place. Fine. Well, good. Didn't leave the cat in the microwave. All right, now, more action taking place. 2 chances now for 1 win to close. They're going to be grouping up outside 8. Spreading out player and connector outside Monster. And that was what 1 win was so good in regulation with. We saw it there. Being able to convert from those disadvantageous positions. so impressive. Especially on a map like Overpass.
Oh, jump as well. Definitely seen the AWP. It's falling back. Even left an M4 on the floor in case Story wants to swap. Which is quite clever. Might as well in OT. Utility being juggled over by one win. They're taking their time. But Rosdos does open up a good push in towards Monster. Gets a lot of information, but is it the right play to really rotate more players up when one win they're coming down?
You can see MUTiRiS is kind of caught in two minds about it, but he's going to be committing towards A, so this is the right call from one win. Still need to get clean entries, well-timed incendiary, and actually, I think they've rotated players back. Good smoke, good spray. Oh, they're getting devastated. Somehow, Deco hits the no-scope there. He's going to run away. The round's lost, and I guess I just don't want to give up the kills, give over any AKs, any free AWP. SAW are going to find their 17th.
That was a really crucial mistake out of Nickelback. He actually makes an audio cue. That's why the incendiary gets dropped. That's why Jerks fights forward through the smoke. All because Nickelback gave over the audio. So it's not a surprise anymore. It's expected. And therefore, the outcome is always on the CT side. 5 kills for each one of these teams would either separate a second OT or one win eliminating. SAW out the challenger stage. Don't let the HUD deceive you. One win, one map, one.
Yeah, one win on serious point. And again, A is where they're putting the presence early. That AWP Story was out wide, but with that utility being thrown through, he is going to fall on back. Just the two of them there at the moment. There's actually not a lot of information for SAW over towards B. They haven't gone for any space in towards short, but decided they're going to double up to Monster and actually rotate MUTiRiS over. That's a little scary if a short play comes through, but they seem happy to leave that slight gap. Speaking of them, Story's got a little bit of one out towards long. Swings on through a beautiful peek onto Boomage. Nothing he could do. Flames as well land at the face of Nickelback. And one not finding any way in. That flashbang is a team flash. Oh, it's all being cleaned up. Double O team seems assured now as Deco can't even get involved. May as well. It's all going to be over in a moment. You have to run it all the way back. Nice shot. Nearing his 40th. The round denied. 18 apiece. It's double overtime because, of course, it is. These two teams can't be separated.
This was 13-7 to one win, and now it bleeds all the way through to 18-18. Just can't piece these T entries. As often as it has been all map, SAW they're converting a lot of these opening picks. They're trying to make things work, and again, this one's not live. Gotta wait for the players to ready up once more. Now, the magic number we're looking for is 22 for one of these teams. Reminder, SAW need to win this map to stay not only in the series, but in ESL Challenger League. Pro League spot on the line.
Well, I thought 2 would be enough on the CT side for one win, but proved not to be. As strangely enough, in overtime, the CT side suddenly managed to get things clicking for both teams. See what the variation is from 1win this time around. Connector early. And also short. Oh, that timing isn't great. Maybe it is because Story has the AWP and Forrester avoids it.
Oh, okay. Great spam out of Forrester. So, although Story deletes Deco, and he's been the talisman of 1win. Important. But MUTiRiS might be giving Boomich and co a taste of Boomich's own medicine, because he is on the fattest of flanks.
Depends when he arrives. This is all going to come down to the timing. Roman is in for a world of hurt. Exposed along for a moment, darting between positions. He is caught out, but stays alive. And MUTiRiS now activating on that flank. Oh, here's Forrester. Spots Nickelback, drops the bomb, knows that one player is in the connector. Now they have to deal with him because the bomb is under his control. All right, well, that ended up being a bit easier than perhaps anticipated. Look at Jerks. Look at this position. He's managed to get up close and oh, he's looking for the double up. He's able to do it. Boomage can't trade. Travis is able to. But now he has to clutch up big. 2 kills to find. Flames land and Story arrives. 19 for SAW.
Yeah, really nice reactions from SAW in the mid-round. Really nice pushing, especially coming in from MUTiRiS. Bit unfortunate that he just kind of gets, I feel like, overwhelmed by the amount of sound that's entering, all the information he's receiving. And suddenly, we've got another situation here in which SAW draw first blood on the CT side. For 1win, the pain, it just hurts every single round that they try and convert and don't manage it. And for SAW, this is essential. Really good response and a well-timed incendiary. Literally just as all the utility was flowing in, Story deals with Boomich.
Yeah, heavy B commit, and it's the round that SAW start with 4 here early. This is the worst case scenario for 1win. Unless they can find the timing here to get a kill somehow, but these smokes causing issues. Jack's just playing around this bit of a gap that he's manufactured. Molotov comes on through and he is forced back, but more utility raining on through. Rostos is close and he's going to swing on through. Can't quite hit the shot. That flashbang wasn't perfect and it is put back into the 4-on-4. Now, was 2 players spotted within Monster itself, so just SAW, surely you think that this commitment's coming, and they're going to keep the 2 players here. Story starts to come back, but MUTiRiS swings in for 1. Deco gets a kill, and Story does arrive in the nick of time. Forrester now has to get it all done. Oh, he's able to find that first kill. Team Flash comes on over, and surely he knows. Oh, no, he didn't spot him on the escape, but I think he's aware that that movement comes through. Doesn't matter. Roman domes him. That's now 2 consecutive CT rounds for SAW.
Yeah, really well played there. The fact that the Barrels player is able to escape really just aids the situation, but it looked really comfortable for 1win. They found the openers. Arostos overextends. That's the opening. 1 kill back on the CT side, immediately traded out. And then in a matter of moments, they just lose everyone. Story rotates in the nick of time. And SAW, they hit 20. It's a flawless start to life in second OT for them. Looking for even more. Roman wants to get really aggressive. Another flashbang potentially being lined up for him. Story drops it, but Boomich ready for it.
Yeah, they have to win this round as well. 3 in a row on the CT side would be devastating. Boomich is accelerating, but it's definitely known about. Ooh, Story misses the shot. Now he's worried. This has gotten a little bit crazy. MUTiRiS is pushing through the connector. We've got a Boomage out so deep on long. Forrester is holding for any sort of aggression comes this way. They can't go back down Con now. This crossfire with the Rostos in towards short itself is deadly to deal with. The SAW have managed to get themselves into a pretty decent position here, considering they have the man deficit.
Time now a burden as well for 1win. 40 seconds. Orozdos clears in towards short. MUTiRiS has got that control, as you mentioned, and the issue is they're not rotating off the back of this. That's because Monster's still an unknown entity. 30 seconds, one win. Now need to start to move. Smokes rain in. When's this long activation going to come forward? Nickelback dealt with by Story. Jerks also follows up again. And suddenly, the tide is turned right on its head. Here comes that flank from MUTiRiS. Known about and overwhelmed. But it might not matter because it's only Forrester remaining. There's no time to plant that bomb. SAW going to hit 21.
What can you say? That one just comes down to one win overcooking it. They have the man advantage and they just get flustered. It falls apart. 3 consecutive rounds for SAW on that CT side. A flawless 3-0 and it feels like one win now. They have lost all of that energy they had. Everything is now falling apart for them. Even when they're finding the advantages, they're slipping through their fingers. The opportunity to close is unfortunately lost to them. They've had, what, 3 series points?
Yep.
In total. Now it's SAW that have 3 map points to push us to map 3.
Incredible stuff from SAW, though. You've really got to consider it. The mental fortitude to come back into this game. They were gifted a number of opening kills by one win. That's always really been the struggling factor for this team. And now they need to do it the hard way. Or for SAW, it's a date with Destiny. It's a date with map 3. Vertigo looming, waiting in the wings.
I think if we get there, then SAW will definitely be in the prime position to really take it on out, considering how this has progressed. Still a chance now for one win to close it, but it will require pushing us to another overtime. 3rd one. Let's see.
I can't see that happening.
It feels
I
unlikely.
Really can't.
Not with how their CT side looked.
The hits prove me wrong. BUMITiRiS, it's his favourite entry route on the CT side, but one flashbang and he escapes. His 3 players actually start more towards toilets. Nickelback's now coming to help out. Deco's hit 40 kills, by the way.
Yeah, I think what was more impressive was what he managed in regulation. But now, as soon as you get in double OT, I feel like 40 is less impressive. But he was 40 for 20, which is kind of insane. Almost 4 times the kills of Nickelback. But Nickelback does get the first kill in this round. So that's something. Replay leaning towards A is working out, and Nickelback gets another. Speak his name, and he steps up.
Oh,
Story
no!
Drops both. Roman gets one as well.
No way.
How does this happen?
They line up. Forrester strafes into the... Sorry, Nickelback strafes into the path. Oh my god. Surely this is not the way one win lose this map. 2 kills off Nickelback, you die to a collateral, and now you're in the man disadvantage, defense is split.
It has to be Deco. He's been the hero all along. Now he has to be huge. Oh, he's spotted. That's the moment. Travis arrives, but is denied. SAW flawless in double OT. Means that we go all the way to map number 3.
Yeah, we do indeed, and it was a really nice resurgence from SAW. One win, it feels like they definitely gave up a lot of opening picks. It definitely feels like BUMITiRiS as well was really overextending what he didn't need to be. And